If I can take you back about 2,000 years, in the year 160 AD, Marcus Aurelius is the emperor of Rome, and the Antonine Plague breaks out. It's a pandemic. It originates in the Far East, comes to Rome through travelers, quickly overwhelms Rome in every conceivable way. Marcus, in his meditations, he writes down that it's unfortunate that this happened, which is like the understatement of the century. It's more than unfortunate that it happened. It's terrible luck that it happened. But instead of feeling sorry for himself, he stops. And then he sort of crosses this line out and he says instead, no, it's fortunate that this happened to me. He's saying, I'm glad I'm the leader instead of someone else. He's saying, I'm glad I've trained for this in ways that other people haven't. He says, I believe in myself to turn this into something good. How we see things determines what we're going to be able to do about them. Epictetus, the philosopher who influences Marcus Aurelius, he says, it's not things that upset us, it's our judgment about things. It's our opinion about things that upsets us, not the thing themselves, which are objective. Things simply are, and then we make up opinions about them, right? And he says that our first job in life, this is the first job of a business person, of a leader, and of a philosopher, is to take all the things that are happening in the world, everything that's occurring, right? Everything that can happen, and then to separate out the tiny little bit of that we control, which is not very much, but we narrow our focus towards what is in our control. We want to strip emotion out so we can see it clearly, so we can act on it, right? Not emotionless, but less emotional, right? We want less anger or fear or greed or hate or despair or ego or pride. We want to push these unhelpful, these destructive emotions out so we can be present, so we can be productive, so we can be part of a team, so we can be creative. We strip out the destructive emotions so they don't distract us from the already difficult task at hand. There's a little note card I have next to my desk. It says, never be afraid of material. The material knows when you are frightened and it will not help. This is from the great dancer Martha Graham. She's saying that fear doesn't make the task in front of you better, right? It makes it harder. So you push that emotion out and you try to just sit with the task at hand. A Stoic tries to keep an emotional even keel. They don't get too high and they also don't get too low, right? They're just sort of riding it out. Life is decisions and decisions and decisions. And if we're not in the right headspace, if we're distracted, if we're preoccupied, if we started the day on the back foot or in the wrong mood, right, we're not going to make those decisions well, right? Our job as leaders is to make not just difficult decisions, to make the right decisions for our business, for ourselves, for our family. And I think this takes practice, and it takes space, and it takes a life built around the ability to do this. And one of the ways we can give ourselves a little bit more space is with preparation, right? The Stoics say that the unexpected blow lands heaviest, right? Seneca says the only excuse for a leader that is not acceptable is, wow, I didn't think that would happen, right? You cannot say, oh, I just didn't think about it, because your job is to think about it. One of my rules in the morning is that I always do the hard thing first. What's the thing I've been putting off? What's the thing that's going to take the most out of me, right? What's the thing that I need to make the most progress on? That's the thing I'm going to start with. I want to start the day with the hard thing, right? Seneca says the one thing all fools have in common is that they're always getting ready to start. They say, I'll do it tomorrow. They say, I'll do it later. We'll make the transition next quarter, right? We'll get serious about it after the holidays, right? After the shipment comes in, after we bring on some new people. We put it off, we put it off, and we put it off. We have to say the magic word, which is no. On the wall next to my desk, between two pictures of my kids, one on the top, one on the bottom, I have this sign, and it just says no. Because no is the magic word if you want to get things done. No is a complete sentence. You don't even have to say sorry first. Just say no. We say no because we want to say yes to the important things. In fact, when we're saying yes because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, because we didn't think about it, right? Because we thought we had to, when we say yes to things, we're actually saying no to other things. And conversely, when we're saying no to some things, it allows us to say yes bigger and more emphatically to other things. Every minute we spend on something, every minute we waste, right? Every day we take for granted. Every year we say, oh, I just wasn't feeling it. We never get that back. It's gone forever. It's as good as dead. We have died that amount of days and hours and years. So we have to seize the moment. We have to use the opportunity in front of us. Whether it's a difficult time, whether it's a stressful time, whether it's a crazy time, we can't afford to just ride it out or to wait it out, right? We have to live it. We have to do what we can while we're inside it. We have to ask ourselves, am I giving this moment all that I have? Am I doing my best, right? Am I making a positive difference in my industry, a difference for the people around me? Am I building something that matters, that I'm proud of, right? Is this the legacy that I want to leave